What is up, everybody? Engelberger 1023 here, back with the Pokemon Black and White Wi-Fi Battle. Here, I have a UU game I had against some guy I found on the Wi-Fi Battle Finder, and this is a new team I've actually been using. It consists of a Sharpedo, which is standard, the Protect, Speed Boost, all that jazz. Physically defensive Blastoise, who takes it pretty well. Especially defensive Rose, very set up the spikes and all that stuff. We got a Life Orb Zapdos, the one you normally see. This is a Scarf Victini, which I really like using, and this Cobalion is substitute Swords Dance with leftovers, and he takes physical hits really well. And look at that background I have. How cool is that? I found the AR codes for all this shit, and I really like that one. So this is the one I've been using. So you're going to be seeing a lot of these new ones, and hopefully you guys like it. It looks like really cool. So here, I have a strategy. I'm deciding to lead off with my Sharpedo, knowing he was probably going to lead up with the Smeargle, throw for the S'more shenanigans and all that stuff. So here, I know he might be that Choice Scarf Spore shit, so I decided to lead with my Sharpedo because I didn't think I would need him most of any of my Pokemon. So I had to lead with him, Protect to make sure I'm definitely faster on the next turn, so I can hit him with D-Crunch, so I'll be able to knock him down to his Focus Sash, so he will not be able to pass anything off, because right now he's not at any pluses, so when he puts me to sleep with the Spore, he was going to have to reset up. He's going to have to set up and Baton Pass, and if I bring out something faster than him, that is not going to happen. So Smeargles are actually pretty easy to work through. So he's gonna put me to sleep, which kind of sucks because Sharpedo, if he wasn't Sash or something, I'd have a +2 Sharpedo right now, which would be actually pretty sick. So here, I don't know what kind of setup move he's gonna go for. I'm not scared of anything Smeargle can hit you with. Maybe if he had if he was this guy was I don't know, if he was really creative, he had an Endeavor, then Quick Attack or something, that'd be really cool. But he just has to Tail Glow. And I'm not staying with my Sharpedo. I'm sorry. I just go right into my Zapdos. He's going to be at +3 speed, but it's really not going to matter because I'm just going to kill him. Went for HP Ice just by the odd chance he would switch into something to take a T-Bolt if he had anything, because I don't really remember. When I'm playing, I don't really remember Team Preview, which actually is really stupid of me. I really should be taking Team Preview notes very seriously. So here we got P2. I'm kind of threatened with the Ice Beam and the Thunderbolt, not really, and I'm kind of threatened. But see, I see that he's a Trace set, he's not going to be tracing. He's not going to be downloading my special attack or anything. I see he's a trace set. So here I'm going to switch into my Sharpedo just to kind of basically to die. But he goes for the Toxic. So now I know for a fact he's definitely a bulky set. So I'm just going to see if he has the T-Bolt. I'm going to stay in, and yes, he shows me he has the T-Bolt. So Sharpedo did his job with the Smeargle, and he really didn't need him that much that match. And this T-Bolt's definitely going to clean out Sharpedo. Let's get real here. Sharpedos are quite frail. So now I have a couple of options. I'm pretty sure I can just go into Cobalion and maybe use this thing as setup fodder. I knew he had the Slowbro, so I didn't really just want to start setting up Swords Dances because he can easily Scald, maybe get the burn that would suck, and he probably will be taking my hits very nicely. So he might decide just to go for a substitute, and maybe if he didn't want to go into Slowbro for some stupid ass reason, just to see what he was going to do. Also, I gets me one free hit. I'm not going to waste my time setting up. I just decided to go straight for the Stone Edge just to see how much it would do, and it actually ends up doing nothing. That is jack shit damage. He goes for Psychic just to break my sub, so now I'm thinking he's probably not going to have the Fire Blast or maybe the T-Bolt or something, but I'm not going to want to stay on Psychic anyway, because even though it's neutral, Slobo Spec attacks are good, and Cobalion's special defenses are terrible. They're horrible. So here I'm going to switch out into my Victini, because I really didn't have anything to take a Psychic, and I knew he was probably going to go for it again. And I don't my Roserade would not appreciate a Psychic. My my physically defensive wall wouldn't really be taking them that nicely. So I decided I can just go into Victini, my Meek Millie, and he actually gets a crit with the Psychic, which is pretty gay. I'm pretty sure he got the special defense flaw. I wasn't really watching. But here I'm just going to U-turn out, which is actually why would I even come in? But Instant Karma crit him right back. So Instant Karma, gotta love Instant Karma. So I'm going to decide to go into my Zapdos, knowing I can basically take hits from this thing, because Zapdos are naturally spec defensive. And I'm knowing I can take some hits, and maybe, definitely, no matter what, threaten him out. So he ends up going for the Surf, and now, he has Surf over Scald, so it's probably going to do a lot more damage than the Surf would do. So he's going to prick me decently low. That's, a little bit over half, I'm going to say. So I know I threatened him out with T-Bolt, and I'm just going to go for the T-Bolt, because T-Bolt from a Life Orb Zapdos with max attack is going to do a lot to basically anything except something that super resistant, a super specially defensive wall. But in UU, Zapdos is so good. I emphasize how greatly you should use Zapdos. He is a boss. If you're playing UU, bring a Zapdos with you. I run Timid for the outspeeds, but that's just your preference. Here, I get a really nice hack. The Para Hacks on this P2, key, very key. Now it's going to limit his time to recover, so he can recover for me before I can hit him. Para Hacks on P2 is great. Here, I know that he probably has Ice Beam. We're probably going to go for Thunderbolt again. So I was thinking, I'm at a low range of HP. Roost would be a great thing to do. If I Roost, he goes for Ice Beam. It's a neutral hit. It's probably not going to do too much because it's a bulky build. If I Roost and he T-Bolts, it's going to do absolutely jack shit because it will be a resisted hit because I lose my flying type. Here, I see he's like fully out special. I'm actually going to switch into my Cobalion. Not really predicting the Toxic, but it actually worked out very well in my favor. I should have predicted that Toxic. Well, actually, I wouldn't know it was coming. That was a hard play to make, and it actually just ended up being a really good play for me. So here, I'm definitely predicting the switch into Slowbro, double switching into my Zapdos, and I'm pretty sure that's exactly what happens. But let's see. Yep, he's gonna switch into the Slowbro. Let's see. Here he is, Shelder. So I'm basically thinking Life Orb T-Bolts on everything. Maybe I might even Roost on this turn. I'm thinking whatever it can do because I don't really think he can hurt me, and he's definitely going to switch out. But I decided just to go for the T-Bolt, knowing he had a Dentura. What's it called? Galvantula. Dentura was his Japanese name. But I knew I would definitely be doing a lot of damage with T-Bolt because it's a strong-ass move. It's a Zapdos. Dentura is not the best defensively. And I get another Para. I pull another freaking Para, which is fucking sick. I'm not even gonna lie. So it means I'm able to clean him up with the next T-Bolt, which is really nice for me. And I'm not sure who wins that speed race. I'm pretty sure Galvantula's got some base speed on me, but I'm not positive about that. But that was those power hacks were really lucky. Like he crits me, I crit him back. Then I start getting in the head with the hacks, and hacks is a big reason why I won this match. So here I know Slowbro is gonna probably, if he has Ice Beam, I'm gonna be a roost up, so it's gonna make it a neutral hit. If he just has Surf and Psychic, then I'm going to just take the hits decently because I am physically, Zapdos has natural good spec defense. If I roost up, I'll be at a higher range of HP, which would be nice. So here I was just thinking about dropping a T-Bolt, but since he got the special defense drop, I'm not going to want to stay in for any hit after that. So here I'm going to decide to switch into my Blastoise with a pretty good special defense, but he actually decides to go for the Toxic. So Blastoise is now going to get Toxic, but it's really not the biggest deal in the world. And this part is kind of stally, because I'm thinking, what am I going to do right now? I'm just going to go for a Toxic on the Slowbro, hoping he doesn't switch out, thinking I'm going to, like, I don't even know what I'm going to go for, but I'm definitely going to go for the Toxic up the Slowbro. And basically, I am just waiting for my Blastoise to die. I really don't need him anymore. He's got the special defense drop there, whatever. See, that's a little hacks back, but my hacks are so much more vital. I just want my Blastoise to die. He really has no purpose now in the match, and I basically, it's just a couple, like, this is like 5 or 6 turns where he's just wasting Toxic. I'm just going for Scalds, just trying to do, like, whatever I can, because I'm pretty sure I only have, like, Roar or something. I really don't want to be shuffling right now. I just need to kill the Slowbro, and at Zapdos' expense, it's worth killing the Slowbro. I'm just going to take Psychics, whatever. I should have sped this part up a lot more, but whatever. It's just basically one more turn. I'm just going to take another Psychic. I'm just going to fire off one more Scald, and that's basically going to be the end of this shenanigans. So, after I kill off the Slowbro, I'm thinking what I'm going to do. I'm probably just going to go back. I'm thinking what I'm going to do, and I really don't want to get too ahead of the narration, but I'm pretty sure I'm just going to really want to go back into Zapdos is basically what I'm thinking. So I actually live the Scald. I live with 6 HP, which after Scald and the Toxic after this turn, actually going to bring him quite low, because that's a Torrent boosted. That is Torrent boosted Scald, which did a reasonably a lot more than the other one. And plus the big Toxic has been like 3 or 4 turns. He is going to be at a very low range of HP, which is going to be really nice, because I know no matter what, I'm going to be able to clean him up with Zapdos. And basically, Zapdos would probably clean him up at nearly full health anyway. So, here I bring out Zapdos, and Slowbro with yellow health is definitely not even close to being absolutely nothing, because Slowbros do have regeneration ability, which means he'll be getting HP back when he switches out. So I'm just going to go for the T-Bolt, and he's going to be in the green next time he comes back in. And this P2 is not going to be able to take two freaking T-Bolts from my Zapdos. First one did like about one third about. Yeah, definitely 3-hit KO. It's going to bring him pretty low. And I'm just going to take him out with the next T-Bolt on the next turn. That one did reasonably a lot less than the first one, if you're looking at it. So Zapdos doing his work, Zapdos. That's why I fucking love Zapdos. This is why I emphasize bring Zapdos to freaking UU no matter what. Here, he's going to bring out the Arcanine. I know he's going to go for the Extreme Speed. It is fairly obvious he's not going to go for the Flare Blitz. And I'm just going into my Roserade right now, just basically to die. Because I really don't need Roserade anymore. I'm just basically trying to get a safe switch into my Cobalion, which I know outspeeds. And I think I have Zapdos, I think outspeeds. I'm not positive. But, yeah, I don't take that well at all because I have horrible physical defense. Roserai's physical defense is nothing to be bragging about in any way, shape, or form. So here, I don't know why I switched out. It could easily kill me over the Flare Blitz. I don't know what's up here. When he makes a good play, goes into the Stunky, as I actually just go for the Sludge Bomb, because I was basically leaving this thing in to die. But he ends up doing a little bit of late game work, as a matter of fact. Even though I was basically foddering this motherfucker out, he does some good work late game. So I don't know what's it called, skunk tanks, I think. I don't know what skunk tanks do. I've never seen one in a competitive play before. I've never even seen one in an NU match before, anything like that. So I'm just going to stay in just to see, because like I said, I'm just foddering at Rose Raid. Decided to go for another Sludge Bomb because it stabbed and it did a really good chunk for like the first one it did. And I'm basically just getting HP back as this whole shenanigans is going on, which I'm really liking. So I'm thinking about what I should do. I'm just probably going to be set on going for Sludge Bomb, so he's probably not going to try to kill me off because he hasn't been. And actually, here he decides to switch back into his Slowbro, but Slowbros actually have really bad spec defense, and what's it called? And Rose Raids have really good spec attack, and I really don't have any special attack investment at all, so that's going to bring him really low, really, really low. And here I didn't want him to switch into his Arcanine, and basically, like I said, Rosary was just supposed to be in here to take an extreme speed, then another extreme speed, or an extreme speed, and a flare blitz, and just die, and so I can move on with my day. But he ends up doing a lot of late game work, which I'm actually really happy about. And now I'm at a really high range of HP, which is going to actually help me out a lot more. Since I'm at, like, what am I at after lefties? I'm going to be at 373 HP. So now it's almost full health. So when he brings in this freaking Arcanine, now he's gonna go for the Flare Blitz, and now it's gonna do a shit ton of recoil damage. This was great for me. So now I'm so high up, and I'm almost at full HP. The Flare Blitz is gonna have to do after the Life Orb, after the actual recoil from Flare Blitz. It's gonna bring this guy at about half HP. Look at that. That's just a recoil from full HP. Life Orb, that's a little bit over half, but you know the deal. So now I bring in my Cobalion because I'm faster than both of them, and close combat does not miss. And Cobalion is definitely going to clean up these two things from here. Definitely going to clean up the Arcanine. Stunk Tank does not resist the hit because it's neutral because he's a Poison Dark type. So this is going to be the match. So hopefully you enjoy. This is a long match, but it was actually a really, really, really good game. I really had a lot of fun with this. I don't remember this guy's name, but I remember he was a really nice guy. We had a really nice conversation during the battle. And he didn't have a YouTube channel. I already talked to him. So I'm actually thinking about saving a lot of PU pokes because PU seems like the thing to be doing nowadays. And you know what? I can't be discluded. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking about putting some PU. I didn't get any of the 11 likes. That's why I did not stream today. So that's another thing. I'm gonna try to maybe stream maybe Saturday or something. I don't even know. I have a 4-day weekend this weekend, so it's gonna be sick, and I'm gonna probably do a lot of fun stuff. So thank you guys for watching the match. Hopefully you liked it. If you did, leave a big like, leave a favorite, leave a comment, leave whatever you want, and hopefully you'll be seeing with a PU match next time. So thank you. See you guys next time.